Hi, this is Lara from Scrappy Maniac, and today I just have a video on some ideas that I have to destash my stuff. Now, I've been watching the Frugal Crafter, and she's using the KonMari method, and she's been destashing her craft room. Her craft room, actually, now that you see her newer videos, looks very organized and looks a lot like less stuff. She still have all the stuff that she loves, it's just she has less of it. And I, as a crafter, I've gone into habit of when I see a special on either a piece of paper or a special on some paints and stuff like that, I tend to buy a lot of it. And or I see these paper pads from Die Cut Review, and you know, Michael's have them 50% off, 60% off sometimes, or $5 a paper pad, and I love a lot of the papers in there. I end up buying that whole paper pad. I make albums, and because there's so much paper in there, I end up with still a lot of paper. So this, for example, is a paper stack that I bought that was 70% off about 3 years ago. This one is a 2014 paper stack from Pink Paisley. I love the images. Look at that. They're just beautiful papers. I've made an album with it. I've made some cards with it, and I still have lots of paper. Good. And it's because it's Christmas. You really cannot use this in other projects. I mean, I've used this one in other scrapbook item because it doesn't look Christmassy. I've used this without the background. This one, I've used some of this, but I still, as you can see, even though I've used some of it, I still have a lot here. Same as this one. This is another paper stack that I bought. I love the Christmas papers. You make your album, you make your cards, and I don't send a lot of cards out, but it's almost not used. I mean, I've only used a couple of pieces in here, but I still have these paper pad. And this is the same for a lot of the papers that I have. I have crop bins of this, cropper hoppers, and they're full with papers and paper pads. So what I decided this year is I'm going to start destashing my stuff. I don't want to go drastically like using the KonMari method of really getting rid of a lot of stuff and just keeping the stuff that I love. I do have some stuff here that I don't use anymore, and I'm going to give some of that away. But I really don't want to really get rid of all my stuff, because especially one of the things that in one of the episodes that the Frugal Crafter were saying is that if you're going to end up buying that again, then don't get rid of it. So there's some stuff that I don't think I want to get rid of it because I feel like I'm going to end up buying it again. I do have a lot of stamps that I purchased at Tuesday morning for 99 cents, $1.99, and there's a lot of stamps. You know, those acrylic stamps that I have not even used. They're still in the package, which I'm planning to donate. So one of the ideas that I have, because now that I'm going more to church and I've been starting to be more an active member at church, I've been bringing my stuff to the youth there for the classes, and I'm doing little craft activities and bringing my stuff and letting the kids create cards, create things with those. So I think one of the best way for me to destash is to take these things to either youth center or church like I'm doing here, and it's going to start helping to get rid of some of my stuff. And also it's going to make me feel good because it's going to be used. It's going to be put in good use. So what this video is more about is how do you pack for that event. So here I have a container, and I hope you can see it. It's a bag. See this bag? It has two pockets, one there, one here. It has this, and it just opens up wide like this. And it has these trays. There's like 7 trays. Yeah, it came with 7 trays. And these are what I've been using to pack my paints and my things for church. So I put all my stuff in here, and it even has for pencils or whatever, these little pockets, and then it zips up pretty nicely like that. Okay, so I have this. I bought it a long time ago. I don't even know if it exists now. I don't think they have a product similar to that, but something like that, it's, if you can find it, will be good. So then what I do is I create like a prototype card. So the idea for this came from buying those Anna Griffin kits, card kits. And if you buy one of her card kits at HSN, she gives you the embellishments, she gives you the flower, she gives you the layers, and you just need to put it together. So I thought with my stuff, and I have so many die cuts, so many stamps, so many embellishments that so many things that I can make embellishments of, why not just do the same thing, create my own card kit and bring it to the church, and that way they can use that to put their stuff together. And just like Anna Griffin, I created some prototypes of the cards. So here I have an embellishment, a sentiment, a layer, the card base, and the card inserts. So every card has an embellishment, a layer. This one has a sentiment that was stamped, and well, doesn't have the inserts. I didn't put one in here. But here you can see embellishment, sentiment, layers, and inserts. So I have some prototype. So then I start with, so this is my how I do it. I start with the card base. So in this tray, so I bring all these trays. In this tray, I have all the card base in this little baggie. These are those $5 cards bases that you get at Michael's. They put them on sale every holidays. And so I just get the colors that are going to go together. So it mix and matches smoothly. So there's, you know, they can take any layer, put it on top, and it will look wonderful. So I have the card base. Then I make sure that I cut coordinating papers that will go well with those card base, and I pre-emboss them. As you can see here, a lot of them have been embossed. I also went ahead and sand some of them off, so I have a whole stack of embossed layers, and these are cut 4 by 5 1/4. In addition to the layers, so here I got the card base, one layer. If they don't want an embossed layer, I did provide them another tray where I have some regular plain layers that are not embossed but does have some images on there, or some graphic, and then they can just take this, and look how beautiful this will look. You can mix and match whatever they want. So that looks nice there. It looks like nice there. This will also look nice with green. See how green goes very nice with that. It would also look nice with an embossed. Look at this one. This embossed image. It will also look nice. Well, maybe they can use silver. I mean, you can mix silver and gold, and it's just, they can mix and match. Look how nice this one will look. And I didn't sand it, but it looks pretty nice. You can see, and then they can put a little strip and a sentiment, and it looks very, very nice. So then that's one idea. Just have a bunch of layers that you pre-cut for them. Okay, so I got my card bases, my layers, whichever layer they want to use. If they want to use embossed layer, if they want to use simple layer, and then I go into the embellishment pieces. So then here I pre-cut my layers for the back, these embellishment pieces. So I got some of that. I pre-cut some nice little images or some nice little dies that they can put behind, and then put their other layers on top of it. I even cut some trees that they can use, some silver trees. So these are some of the layers that can be used for those cards. Look how beautiful those are. So then I have this, and I have some flat embellishments. So these are the little angels. I have little poinsettias. So these are the extra little embellishments I can put along with these larger embellishment on the card. And then I also created some more little embellishments here, and these are more flat embellishments. And basically these are more of these hearts that you can convert them into ornament with bows. So I created a lot of bows. So that's another little baggie of embellishment. So I want to give them a lot of choices, so that way they can put things together however they want to put it together. Just like how Anna Griffin gives us a lot of choices. When you buy the Anna Griffin card kits, you get more than enough for the cards and even extras. So that's what I done. And then I made already some embellishments for them, so they can get an idea how it will look on their cards. And these are more the 3D embellishments that I created for them to use in the card. Then the next thing I did is I pre-cut all the sentiments. These little sayings here, I pre-cut all of those, so they have that ready. I even gave them paper ribbons. I pre-cut a lot of the paper ribbons to make these, and I think I have another paper ribbon I use here. So here's a paper ribbon, and here's a paper ribbon. And then I show them how to use those paper ribbons on cards from my prototype. And lastly, I made a bunch of the insides, the inserts. So here are all the inserts pre-cut, pre-scored, ready to go. So they just got to grab one of these, put a little adhesive on the back, the spine, and then put it in the card and close it. I'm going to bring some glue sticks, and that's the nice thing about having these trays, that I can put glue stick in one whole tray, just fill it up with my glues. And lastly, they get the envelopes. So these envelopes come with my card base, and that's why I like to buy the $5 cards, because then it comes with the coordinating envelopes and I don't have to worry about buying envelopes. So then I also include a set of stamps. Now I only have the holiday greeting. I don't have a lot of Christmas stamps, so just that one. So if they want to create their own little distinct saying, they can do that. Either inside, outside, wherever they want. This is their card, so whatever they want to do. And this activity that I'm planning for them is basically for them to make cards for some of the older members in our congregation that cannot come to church, and I think it would be nice for them to have a card made by the children of our church. So I think that will help lift them up and make them feel good. So that's the way I'm addressing how to take care of my bunch of products that I have, and start to destash my stuff, so that way hopefully I can kind of pare down of all the stuff that I have. So this is my method of destashing. I hope I gave you an idea how, if you're in the same boat like I am, that you have a lot of stuff but you really don't want to give it away completely, you can start creating these little kits like I did, and it was fun actually. I invited a lot of some friends from church, and we just had a blast creating these layers. So I cut the paper, I gave it to somebody else, they embossed it, they started using all my supplies to create the kit. So, and then once we made the kit, so it's gonna go to the children to put it together. So it was fun. We had fun. The children, I hope, will have fun, and it helps me get rid of my stuff. So I hope I gave you an idea of what you can do if you have the same thing I do. Start cutting them up and have a card party, or invite friends over and they can go home with a little card. So I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.